what I would advise any person looking to have impact is go in with a teachable attitude. Yes, be vulnerable because that helps with the other person opening up, but be prepared to learn. Like I have learned a lot from younger lawyers who are, delving in matters digital, AI, the trending topics, and I've learned a lot from them. Now, how it has impacted my personal journey and my career development as well, I think I'll give a shout out to one particular recent development. So I am the secretary of our Global D&I Council at the organization I work. I was recently appointed. And one of the things I think that influenced that appointment was actually the Mentorship Excellence Award. Because if you think matters diversity and inclusion, it involves also someone, lifting others, making sure that people feel included.
I believe that law firms can partner with ACGC for two main reasons. Firstly, the in-house community is growing and they're becoming more aware of what they do. So some law firms will see them as threats, but quite a number of law firms will see them as an opportunity to collaborate. Now, the in-house counsel are also learning a lot in their specific areas. And while they find that they cannot totally replace the external counsel, they cannot also not do without specialized legal services. So I think the law firms can get a lot of exposure, and it's very direct exposure to in-house counsel, and they can get to learn exactly what in-house counsel do and what companies expect from their lawyers, and that way it will create a very good partnership. I think it's important for anyone who's coming in, especially the younger lawyers, to get as much exposure, first of all, to the members of ACGC. And I'll speak from my own experience. I didn't really have a lot of contact with people who were from other parts of the region. But just the number of years I've been with ACGC, I have met quite a number of people who are excelling in their field, who can teach you quite a number of things. I've also surprisingly been able to share some of the knowledge I've acquired, but it also helps you sharpen yourself a lot more. So ACGC is a very good place to learn, but even more importantly, it's a very good place to build your profile.
So interacting with councils around Africa and even councils from Africa, practicing law outside of Africa is one of the best things I can say I've benefited from since I first knew about and attended an ACGC event in Kampala. That was in 2022. And being in that space really opened up my mind to seeing myself beyond Africa, but also being able to use my knowledge and experience in Africa, right? So that's my mental space, that every knowledge and skill that I earn, how can I use this knowledge and experience to bring more awareness into Africa? Privilege I had was also the regulator back home, the CMA, calling out to me and requesting me to conduct a training and really educate market participants and compliance officers on matters FX and CFD trading and how we as compliance officers can contribute into the space.
You need to be excellent at what you do, first things first. Hard work, of course, goes together with it. And then you can then build on top of that with networking, leveraging relationships that organizations like the ACGC provide, and definitely trying your best to look outward. So understand Africa as a whole, understand how the West views Africa, understand how you can plug a gap in terms of the skill gap, right? and the value that you can add when it comes to ecosystem development, within the African communities.
First is the ability to influence the policy-making process, solve business challenges. I'm an in-house lawyer, and my job requires me to find solutions to the problems that the business is facing. And then I think ultimately just creating meaningful societal change. The second thing is what I call informational currency, and really using the policy-making process, especially at agenda setting and policy formulation stages, to educate the legislature and create awareness that ultimately shapes your desired outcomes. And this is very important and powerful because it requires you to understand not just your immediate needs, but the different actors, their diverse interests, and any legacy issues which may affect your desired outcomes. And then devise ways of discerningly navigating what may sometimes appear as a Gordian knot.